What is going on, everybody? Today we are analyzing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers future right tackle Luke Goedeke. As you guys know, last season he started at left guard, didn't play all that well at left guard. Being a right tackle in college, obviously there's a transition, and he ended up getting benched. But he did start at right tackle towards the end of the season, and in my opinion, the guy had a really good game. So we're going to analyze every single one of these snaps from that game, where we can kind of learn a thing or two about what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers should expect from Goedeke. I'm really fired up for this video. Let's get right into it. Now, when I watch this play right here, one of the things that sticks out to me is Goedeke clearly processes the game well. And this is one of the things I had noted at his time in college. He's a very good processor. And what I mean by that exactly is if you guys watch him as he gets out of his stance, as he kind of gets vertical, you're going to see his helmet turn back to the inside a couple of times. To me, that's a really nice job to be able to process a play. He understands that at some point his tight end is going to release. So he understands his responsibility, but he also understands that if a threat comes, that he may be responsible and help and potentially pick that up. So it's good processing, and of course, at the end of this, he makes good contact with the defensive end there. Nice heads up play. Let's go ahead and get to the next rep. Watching Goedeke back in college, one of the things that always stuck out to me was his understanding of angles, specifically in the run game. And you almost see that in this one play right here. Think about this play right here from Goedeke's perspective. So he's going to double team down here with number 98. It's a man block concept, which means those two guys are going to process this up to number 54. It's going to be the guard that ends up picking it up, which means Goedeke sticks to number 98. But what he does on this play is he turns his hips perfectly. He's going to seal it off so the running back could run to the left side of Goedeke. That's just a nice job to also recognize the other threat that's kind of coming, and he almost blocks two guys on this play. I mean, to me, that's a really nice job right there. It's smart heads-up football play to not only block your guy, but when an unblocked linebacker comes, you're going to get that right arm on him. How many people are smart enough here to pick up two guys, right? Not a whole lot of guys would feel comfortable doing that. Of course, Goedeke does on this rep. With that being said, let's go ahead and get to the next play. As I mentioned earlier, Goedeke shows good processing. Here's another example of that. You got a 17-yard end around on this play. You see Goedeke do a really nice job getting out in space, but more than getting out in space, man, to me, the fact that this guy's able to be out in space and the fact he's able to see the threat and pick that up, that's top tier stuff. Good job right there with the double, gets out in space, and he could technically just continue upfield and potentially pick off a safety. But the smart thing to do is to make sure that if you got a backside threat coming, to pick one of those guys off. And this, again, is a smart thing to do. I mean, to me, number 44, Nick Kwiatkowski of the Falcons, makes this play right here if Goedeke does not stop him. Now, it still would have been a nice game, but not as nice as when Goedeke does actually block him. So to me, that's a really smart play out in space. You pick up almost 10 extra yards from that point. I mean, to me, again, this is just absolutely beautiful stuff. Top tier processing out in space. This is why I think Goedeke's actually going to be a good right tackle in the NFL. Alright, you guys, check this block out and watch the down block, and once again watch the angle specifically. Once again, really nice shot by Goedeke. To me, this is why the rookie tackle is a good football player. You know, it's not a whole lot, and honestly, a lot of people may not even notice this type of stuff, but to me, when you're able to block down, and that too, when you're able to flip the hips, just like he does right there, that's massive. This is what allows plays to have success. When you're able to properly turn the hips, when you're able to properly block guys and give your running back the lane right there, that's exactly what I like to see. Now, one of the interesting things within this play is 93 gets his left arm to the back side of Goedeke, and he's actually in pretty good position at this point to potentially blow this play up. Goedeke does a really nice job within the rep as he's kind of losing, as he's in a bad spot, to really readjust in the rep and once again seal it off and get 6 yards just like that. So really nice rep. You got an outside run to the left here, which means Goedeke has a cutoff block on the backside on Nick Kwiatkowski, who's a very smart, intelligent linebacker. And watch the right tackle do a really nice job getting out of his stance, takes a really nice angle, gets to the inside of the linebacker, and at that point you've won this block. To me, this is a really nice job being able to pick off a veteran linebacker. He takes a really nice angle. It's a hard inside angle. And that's important, man. The way you get out of your stance makes a big difference. Because some guys don't take the proper angle, and they may take more of an angle directly towards the linebacker, which could give it away. Linebacker may be able to get over the top. In this instance, Goedeke does a really nice job being able to get to the inside. Nice job setting up. Ideally, you'd like him to hold the block just a little bit longer. Keep in mind, first time playing right tackle in the NFL. He'll obviously get better at it. But still, I really like that blocking angle that he takes. Now, one of the things we like to do on this channel is look at both positive and negative reps. And here's a 4th and 1 where the Tampa Bay Buccaneers went for it. And you're going to see Goedeke get out in space, and he's going to end up getting caught holding. You'll see right here, he ends up getting caught. The flag comes in, and then the Buccaneers end up setting for a field goal. Let's talk about this play. First and foremost, Goedeke does a nice job getting out in space. Super explosive, super quick. He finds the guy he needs to make contact with, so he shows that processing once again. To me, you just got to push this guy outwards and not get caught holding. That's a very, very difficult block for any offensive tackle to be able to take on a safety in the manner that he's kind of being asked with. And of course, I will say the safety just does a really nice job kind of selling it a little bit right there. I don't think it's a whole lot where you're going to really call that a hold, but based off of kind of where the hands land, referees are going to call this 90% of the time. So you got to do a better job not getting caught, right? It's a very important concept, in my opinion, here where it's a 4th and 1. You know, the game could potentially be on the line, and you don't want to make this type of mistake. You know, the right tackle here, he understands the situation he's in, right? He understands it's going to be partly him to really get out there and make the block on 4th and 1 for his team to continue to have success. And in this instance here, he ends up fielding. Not a big deal. He is a rookie. He's going to get better, but I do want to point this play out. With that being said, let's go ahead and get to the next rep. Alright, guys, check this next rep out. Goedeke's going to be in a one-on-one here with the defensive end. He's going to get vertical. He's going to take this guy on, and he's actually going to miss his punch. You'll see it here. We'll slow it down. He's going to miss his right punch that he's going to throw. It kind of lands on the shoulder. He kind of misses it. And from there, when you miss your punch against these NFL defensive ends, you're going to lose the rep. And in this instance, although the quarterback doesn't get hit, the rep is lost because the defensive end gets his hands inside. And when you get your hands on the inside, you're able to control. And you see Goedeke really gives up a lot of space. Now, he could have easily just anchored down within the rep. Obviously, the quarterback gets it off, so we're not able to really see how he kind of counters it. But initially, he does get pushed back. And to me, he's got to do a little bit better job anchoring down, really dropping your hips. If someone does have the hands to the inside, you got to try to fork that arm upwards or snatch it downwards. Which is something Goedeke has shown to be able to do in college, right? So I do expect that to kind of translate into the NFL. With that being said, let's go ahead and get to the next rep. So one of the things that I think translate over the course of someone's career is their attitude, their nastiness, their physicality, their willingness to punch someone in the face, right? And on this rep here, you see Luke Goedeke kind of get bullied a little bit, but he responds. And I think that's very, very important. You're going to see him here go up against 92. 92 is going to kind of push him right there. And Goedeke's not having it. He's going to take it right back to 92. Right here, he pushes him. He stays with it, and they keep going at it with each other. And to me, that right there, the fact that he's going to not back down, shows a whole lot of mental attitude that as an offensive lineman you have to have. So to me, I just wanted to point this out. Clearly he's not going to back down. Could be a rookie, it could be a 10-year veteran. To me, this is the type of attitude that I like. You know, a guy always gets stronger, a guy always gets better and bigger and stronger, but the mindset doesn't change. So to me, this is exactly what I want to see from Goedeke. That right there is a really, really nice job being able to kind of not back down, you know. With that being said, let's go ahead and get to the next rep. Alrighty, guys, on the next rep here, watch the response. A really nice job being able to get out there. Same guy, take on 92 and really shut him down. It's a good, nice, solid rep. You see 92 is going to try to attack the arms. He's going to try to chop down the right arm right there, and it does not work. So really nice job not to lean, not get caught off balance. Sometimes the little things go a long way, right? Sometimes not leaning, not getting caught, your hand placement, your footwork. All of that goes a long way, and I think with Goedeke, he does have very solid, consistent footwork. He definitely looks more comfortable at right tackle than he did at left guard, and of course, we'll watch some of that tape as well, especially from the playoff game. But again, really nice job, good contact. Doesn't lose the rep here, stays consistent. That's exactly what I like to see right there. So one of the interesting things with Goedeke is in week 7 against the Panthers, that was the final game he played. And then he didn't come back until the 18th week of the season when he was asked to start at right tackle. And of course, in the final game of the season, he went back to left guard against the Cowboys. And to me, watching him at left guard against the Cowboys now versus earlier in week 4, 5, or 6, it's very clear the guy looked much more comfortable. So I want to just watch a couple of reps from the final game, really to just kind of analyze how much more comfortable he is. And I'm not surprised with this because generally speaking, rookies get better over the course of their rookie season. And that kind of holds true with Goedeke. You can see he felt more comfortable. He was able to be a little bit more explosive. And you really saw that on tape, right, in that final game. All right, check this rep out and watch the processing and basically saving a sack here. You see the nose tackle there ends up beating both the center and right guard. And it's Goedeke that ends up saving it. There's the defensive lineman there. Watch Goedeke get there and really hold this guy off from hitting the quarterback. It's a nice job being able to recognize and process. You see Cowboys are showing blitz. They drop all the guys back, only bring 3. And Goedeke basically goes from left tackle back towards the center to kind of look. And of course, he saves the sack. It's a nice job processing once again. Let's go ahead and get to the next rep. Check this block out by the guard here. He's going to come around, get upfield, get to the linebacker, make pretty solid contact, and just play hits for 12 yards. One of the interesting things is it seems like Goedeke pulled a whole lot for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which makes sense. They run a lot of power, a lot of man blocking, but Goedeke really did a good job on this rep here. A really nice, powerful block, right? Really gets up in there and shows that explosiveness that we kind of saw in college. Really nice job taking on the linebacker, pushing him one way, allowing the running back to kind of cut it back underneath for 12 yards. A really, really nice rep right there. Again, you really see how much more comfortable the left guard looks here. You got a defensive line game here coming, and watch him pass it off to the center and get back and pick up the defensive end there. Really nice job being able to process it. Now, I know the quarterback gets the ball out, but the offensive linemen don't know when the ball comes out. So for Goedeke, a really, really nice job being able to process it with the center, come back around and pick that up. That's a really, really nice job right there processing that play. Check the block out here by the left guard and watch him get to the side of Parsons and seal it off. This play hits for 6 yards. Once again, really, really nice job being able to seal off Parsons and turn the hips, right, and give your running back that lane. Again, making contact with the guy isn't enough nowadays. You got to be able to turn your hips, really flip and allow the running back to go one way or the other. And you see him really do a nice job there on this rep for 6 yards. Blocking Parsons is a very, very tough task, man. Arguably the best defensive player in the NFL right now. And you see number 67, a rookie, be able to hook Parsons. That's a really, really nice job right there. Alrighty, guys, you got another rep here that is a bad rep. This is a learnable rep, and this is something where you can use and get better. Initially, it's a really nice shot, but it looks like he may have slipped a little bit. Maybe he went off balance just a little bit, and you kind of see that as he gets out of his stance. He kind of stumbles. I'm not sure if he hits the foot of the pulling center. But what he's trying to do is get to the left side of number 97, and he does actually do that. He does a really nice job getting there. He doesn't do a good enough job being able to stop 97, and you can see 97 ends up just kind of looping around him and being able to blow this play up as he does. This play loses 3 yards. Again, there are some positives with the play, but at the end of it, you got to do a better job getting your hands on number 97. Again, not sure if he slipped. It does kind of look like his foot may have hit the center. Just wanted to point this play out. Let's go ahead and get to the next rep. Alrighty, guys. So just to show you guys this final rep, final play of the game against the Cowboys, final throw of Tom Brady's career. Luke Goedeke doesn't do anything, anything crazy. Just wanted to show you guys this play because it's the final play of Brady's career. But, in my opinion, I think Goedeke definitely has the upside to be a starting right tackle, and it does look like that's kind of where the Buccaneers are headed with this second-round pick from last season. And I think he's going to be a successful football player. In fact, this season we will be following kind of the development here of Goedeke as well as some of the other rookies that the Buccaneers have drafted. So if this is the first time you're on this channel, do understand we do all 22 film content. And we'll be definitely breaking down a lot of these guys. So make sure you're subscribed. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And I will see you guys next time. with another video.